In a world where the advancement of weaponry and technology is progressing rapidly, fighter jets are also not left out. These jets are generally known for their ability to engage in electronic warfare, disrupt enemy systems, suppress air defenses, and serve as deterrents to potential adversaries. Recent developments have proven that fighter jets have much more to offer regarding capability and agility. The F-35 is armed with capabilities uncommon in other fighter jets, bringing a major advancement in modern warfare. Is the F-35 the most advanced fighter jet? What makes it stand out amongst other fighter jets? Join us as we explore the reasons why the F-35 is said to be more advanced. The F-35 is no ordinary fighter jet. It's a cutting-edge, next-generation, single-seater aircraft with a powerful single engine, ready to take on diverse missions in any weather conditions. This aircraft is designed to dominate the skies, showcasing exceptional control and precision when targeting airborne and ground threats. They're equipped for electronic warfare, capable of disrupting enemy systems, and adept at gathering crucial intelligence through advanced surveillance techniques. The main company in charge of making the F-35 is Lockheed Martin, and they collaborate with Northrop Grumman and BAE Systems. The jets have three main versions: the F-35A, which takes off and lands conventionally; the F-35B, which can do short takeoffs and vertical landings; and the F-35C, which can land on aircraft carriers. These jets were developed from an earlier one called the Lockheed Martin X-35, which won a competition against the Boeing X-32 in 2001. The United States mainly pays for the F-35's development, and other countries like the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Italy, Norway, Denmark, the Netherlands, and Turkey also help with funding. Some other countries have ordered or are thinking about ordering the F-35. The F-35 first flew in 2006, and it started being used by the U.S. Marine Corps in 2015, the U.S. Air Force in 2016, and the U.S. Navy in 2019. The Israeli Air Force was the first to use it in combat in 2018. The U.S. plans to buy 2,456 F-35s by 2044, and these planes will be the main tactical aviation for the U.S. Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps for many years. The F-35 is meant to be a crucial part of NATO and U.S. allies' air power and will keep flying until 2070. The F-35 came about through the Joint Strike Fighter program, which combined different combat aircraft programs from the 1980s and 1990s. One of these programs was the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, Advanced Short Takeoff Vertical Landing, which aimed to replace the Harrier jump jet for the U.S. Marine Corps and the UK Royal Navy. Lockheed's Skunk Works under ASTOVL explored a stealthy supersonic STOVL fighter concept with a key technology called the shaft-driven lift fan system. The F-35 is set to undergo continuous upgrades throughout its lifespan. The Continuous Capability Development and Delivery Program, initiated in 2019 and expected to run until 2024, focuses on Block 4 as a near-term development priority. This includes integrating additional weapons, refreshing avionics, enhancing ESM capabilities, and adding support for the remotely operated video-enhanced receiver. C2D2 emphasizes agile software development for quicker releases. In 2018, contracts were awarded to General Electric and Pratt & Whitney for more powerful and efficient adaptive cycle engines under the F-35 Adaptive Engine Replacement Program, aiming to integrate these engines into the aircraft by 2028. Defense contractors have proposed upgrades outside official contracts. Northrop Grumman, in 2013, revealed the development of a countermeasures suite named Threat Nullification Defensive Resource, which acts as a laser missile jammer to protect against infrared homing missiles. Israel aims for increased access to the core avionics for incorporating their equipment. In September 2022, F-35 deliveries were temporarily halted after discovering a Chinese-sourced alloy in Honeywell pumps. Here are some exceptional reasons why the F-35 is one of the most sought-after fighter jets and is said to be more advanced. Engine. The Pratt & Whitney F-135 low-bypass powers the F-35 augmented turbofan engine with a thrust of 28,000 pounds at military power and 43,000 pounds at afterburner. It evolved from the F-119 used in the F-22, featuring a larger fan and higher bypass ratio for increased subsonic thrust and fuel efficiency. Unlike the F-119, it is not optimized for supercruise, contributing to the F-35 stealth with a low observable augmenter that incorporates fuel injectors into thick curved vanes covered by radar-absorbent materials. The engine's stealthy augmenter faced challenges like screeching at low altitudes and high speeds during early development. The low observable axis-symmetric nozzle has flaps creating a sawtooth pattern, reducing radar and infrared signatures. Due to its large size, the U.S. Navy modified its replenishment system for at-sea logistics. The integrated power package manages power and thermal functions, integrating environment control, auxiliary power units, and more into one system. For the F-35B variant, the F-135 PW600 incorporates the shaft-driven lift fan for short takeoff and vertical landing operations. Developed by Rolls-Royce and Lockheed Martin, the SDLF includes a lift fan, drive shaft, roll posts, and a thrust vectoring nozzle. Unlike the Harrier, the F-35B augments the swivel nozzle's thrust with the lift fan, providing counterbalancing thrust during engagement. Roll control during slow flight is achieved by diverting engine bypass air through wing-mounted thrust nozzles called roll posts. The General Electric / Rolls-Royce F-136 alternative engine was developed but cancelled in 2011 due to funding issues. The F-35 is set to receive propulsion upgrades throughout its life. The Adaptive Engine Transition Program aims to develop adaptive cycle engines, and both GE and Pratt & Whitney were awarded contracts for thrust-class demonstrators. Pratt & Whitney plans improvements to the baseline F-135 with Growth Option 1.0 and 2.0, offering thrust improvement and fuel burn reduction. In 2020, Pratt & Whitney shifted to engine enhancement packages, planning incremental upgrades starting in the mid-2020s. GE's XA100 completed testing and is expected to enter service as early as 2027. Stealth. The F-35 is designed to be stealthy, meaning it's hard for radars to detect. This is achieved by shaping the aircraft carefully and using materials that absorb radar signals. The airframe is designed with features like aligned edges, serrated skin panels, and engine masking to minimize its visibility on radar. The F-35's inlet design, called the diverterless supersonic inlet, further reduces radar visibility by eliminating certain features in traditional designs. The aircraft's radar cross-section, which measures its visibility to radar, is exceptionally low, even compared to a small metal golf ball in certain conditions. Lessons learned from previous stealth aircraft like the F-22 were applied to make the F-35 stealth design more durable and easier to maintain. The F-35 also minimizes its infrared and visual signatures and controls radio frequency emissions to avoid detection. The stealth design primarily targets high-frequency radar wavelengths, making it challenging for radars to spot the aircraft. The F-35 can use special Lüneburg lens reflectors to reduce visibility further. However, there were concerns about the noise produced by the F-35, especially in areas near potential bases. Studies were conducted to assess the environmental impact of the noise. While the F-35's noise levels in decibels were similar to previous fighters like the F-16, its sound power, especially at lower frequencies, was stronger. Subsequent surveys indicated that, for most people, the noise from the F-35 was not noticeably different from other fighters like the F-16 and F, A18E/F cockpit. The F-35's cockpit, known as the glass cockpit, was created to help the pilot have a clear understanding of what's happening around them. The main display is a large touchscreen showing flight instruments, store management, communication, navigation, and integrated caution and warnings. Pilots can arrange this information the way they prefer. Below the main display, there's a smaller standby display. The cockpit includes a speech recognition system developed by Adept. Unlike fighter jets, the F-35 doesn't have a head-up display. Instead, information about flight and combat is shown on the pilot's helmet visor in a helmet-mounted display system. The canopy, the glass covering the cockpit, is one piece and can be opened at the front. The ejection seat, which helps the pilot escape in emergencies, is launched by a twin catapult system. There's a stick on the right side and a throttle for controlling the aircraft, forming a hands-on throttle and stick system. The F-35 has an onboard oxygen generation life support system powered by the integrated power package. There's also an auxiliary oxygen bottle and a backup oxygen system for emergencies. The F-35's helmet-mounted display system is crucial to how the pilot interacts with the plane. Instead of having a head-up display on the dashboard, the HMDS puts important information directly on the helmet visor. This allows the pilot to see critical details no matter which way they are facing. The HMDS can even display infrared and night vision images from the distributed aperture system, letting the pilot see through the aircraft. Despite some concerns about the HMDS's weight and potential risks for lightweight pilots during ejection, it plays a significant role in providing a comprehensive view of the F-35 pilot. The aircraft can use 6 external weapon stations for missions that don't require stealth. The wingtip pylons can each carry an AIM-9X or AIM-132 ASRAM. There are also inboard and middle stations on each wing for larger air-to-surface weapons, such as the AGM-158 JSM cruise missile. The F-35A is armed with a 25mm GIU-22A rotary cannon with 182 rounds. The F-35B and F-35C don't have an internal gun, but can use a multi-mission pod carrying the GAU-22A and 220 rounds. Lockheed Martin is developing a sidekick weapon rack to enhance the internal air-to-air payload. Block 4 upgrades include changes allowing the F-35B to carry 4 SDBs per internal outboard station and integrating the MBDA Meteor missile. Plans for the F-35A include taking up close air support missions and focusing on weapons like guided rockets, fragmentation rockets, and compact ammunition for higher capacity gun pods. Future upgrades might involve hypersonic missiles and direct energy weapons like solid-state lasers. Lockheed Martin is studying the integration of a fiber laser for future capabilities. Sensors and avionics. The F-35's mission systems are like its brains, helping the pilot understand what's happening and control the aircraft better. These systems use advanced technology to connect and work together, making the F-35 a powerful force in network-centric warfare. Key tools include the Northrop Grumman AN/APG-81 radar, BE Systems AN/ASQ-239 Barracuda electronic warfare system, Northrop Grumman Raytheon AN/AAQ-37, electro-optical distributed aperture system, Lockheed Martin AN/AAQ-40 electro-optical targeting system, and Northrop Grumman AN/ASQ-242 communications, navigation, and identification suite. The F-35's software and instructions that make it run are quite complex. It uses languages like C and C++, and even borrows some code from the F-22. The software has around 8.6 million lines of code. To keep things running smoothly, the F-35 uses a real-time operating system called Green Hills Software Integrity, DO-178B, running on integrated core processors. The radar system, called AN/APG-81, is especially smart, using electronic scanning for quick movements and having different modes for different tasks. The F-35 was built with the future in mind to improve over time. There are plans for upgrades like a new radar and improved sensors for later versions. Lockheed Martin is also working on advanced EOTS for even better performance. The F-35 is not just a plane, it's a high-tech system that keeps evolving to stay ahead. Armament. To maintain its hidden design, the F-35 has 2 secret places inside, each with 2 spots to carry weapons. The outer spots can carry up to 2,500 pounds, 1,500 pounds for the F-35B version. The inner spots are for missiles used for air-to-air combat. For the outer spots, the F-35 can carry different types of bombs and missiles to attack targets on the ground. It can also carry smaller bombs and missiles. The inner spots can carry missiles used for air-to-air combat. The F-35 can also carry weapons on the outside if it doesn't need to be hidden. There are spots on the tips of the wings and in the middle of the wings for carrying more weapons. These can include missiles for air-to-air combat or larger missiles for attacking targets on the ground. The F-35A version has a special gun that can shoot bullets, but the F-35B and F-35C versions don't have a gun inside. Instead, they can use a special pod carrying the gun on the outside. There are also plans for upgrades like carrying more small bobs in the hidden area and integrating new missiles like MBDA Meteor. The F-35 might also carry hypersonic missiles and use direct energy weapons like lasers in the future. The U.S. Air Force plans for the F-35A to be used in close air support missions where it supports ground troops in tough situations. Maintenance. The F-35 is made to be easier to take care of compared to older stealth planes. Almost all parts that need to be replaced are easily accessible, meaning you don't have to remove many other things to get to the part you need. For example, the ejection seat can be replaced without removing the canopy. The F-35 uses a special material on its skin that absorbs radar waves, making it stealthy. This material is more durable, easier to work with, and quicker to dry than used on older stealth planes like the F-22. The F-35 also has fewer gaps in its skin, which helps prevent corrosion. Instead of traditional hydraulic systems, it uses a different kind of technology for its flight controls, which special batteries can power in an emergency. In the past, the F-35 was supported by a computer system called Alice, which helped with maintenance. However, Alice had many problems, like giving unreliable information and being vulnerable to security issues. Now they're replacing Alice with a new system called Odin, based on cloud technology. Odin has been tested at different locations and performs better than Alice. One of the persistent challenges involves addressing issues such as repair parts shortfalls, which are integral to sustaining the F-35's mission capabilities. While efforts are underway to rectify these concerns, the aircraft's current capabilities remain impressive, showcasing its prowess in contemporary warfare scenarios. The F-35A, with its advanced technology and multifunctionality, has become a linchpin in the nation's ability to navigate strategic competition effectively. In addition to these characteristics, the F-35 comes in 3 main variants: the F-35A, F-35B, and F-35C, each tailored to the U.S. Air Force, Marine Corps, and Navy requirements. The primary differences among the variants can be found in their takeoff and landing capabilities and certain design features. F-35, a variant. The F-35A is designed for conventional takeoff and landing, operating from traditional runways. It does not have the ability for vertical takeoff or landing, relying on standard runways for operations. The U.S. Air Force and other air forces utilizing conventional airbases primarily deploy the F-35A. This variant incorporates advanced stealth features, cutting-edge sensors, and computer systems to enhance pilot situational awareness. With a focus on versatility, the F-35A is equipped for air-to-air combat, air-to-ground strikes, and intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance (ISR) missions. It builds upon the capabilities of previous aircraft, such as the F-16, and integrates lessons learned from other stealth aircraft like the F-22 Raptor. The F-35A is recognized for its cost-effectiveness, reduced unit cost over time, and integration into international collaborations with allied nations. It plays a vital role in pilot training, global deployment, and ongoing efforts for upgrades to address challenges and controversies faced during its development. Despite initial criticisms, the F-35A remains a crucial component of modernizing the U.S. Air Force, contributing to joint and coalition operations worldwide. F-35B variant. F-35B is a short takeoff and vertical landing variant equipped for shorter runways and vertical landings, akin to a helicopter. It features a unique propulsion system with a lift fan near the cockpit and a swiveling rear exhaust nozzle, enabling vertical takeoffs and landings. The U.S. Marine Corps employs the F-35B, leveraging its capability to operate from amphibious assault ships and less developed airfields. This variant enhances the Marine Corps' aviation capabilities by combining stealth and advanced sensor systems with SEOVL capabilities. The F-35B is a multi-role fighter capable of air-to-air combat, air-to-ground strikes, and reconnaissance missions. Its versatility allows it to support a range of missions, contributing to the Marine Corps expeditionary and amphibious warfare capabilities. Like other F-35 variants, the F-35B incorporates advanced stealth features, reducing its radar cross-section and enhancing survivability in contested environments. It is equipped with sophisticated sensors and computer systems, providing pilots with enhanced situational awareness. Its lift fan and swiveling exhaust nozzle facilitate its ability to perform vertical landings, allowing it to land on amphibious assault ships without the need for traditional runways. This capability enhances operational flexibility and enables the Marine Corps to deploy the aircraft in various environments. Despite initial development challenges and cost concerns, ongoing efforts aim to address issues and optimize the F-35B's cost-effectiveness. F-35C variant. The F-35C is designed for catapult launches from aircraft carriers and arrested landings on carrier decks, with larger wings and robust landing gear to handle the stresses of such operations. The U.S. Navy primarily deploys the F-35C on aircraft carriers, and its wings are designed to fold for more compact carrier storage. Unlike its counterpart, the F-35B, the F-35C relies on catapults for takeoff and utilizes tailhooks for arrested landings on carriers. With larger wings and robust landing gear, the aircraft is equipped to endure the unique stresses associated with carrier-based operations. Incorporating advanced stealth features to reduce radar cross-section, the F-35C is equipped with sophisticated sensor systems and computer technology, providing enhanced situational awareness for pilots during carrier-based missions. Its wings are designed to fold, optimizing storage space on carriers. The F-35C is a cornerstone of U.S. Navy capabilities and engages in international collaborations, with allied nations integrating this variant into their naval forces. As part of ongoing efforts, the F-35C program includes plans for continuous upgrades, ensuring its effectiveness and adaptability in evolving threat landscapes. Thank you for watching. While you are still here, click the link on your screen to check out more of our videos. See you there.